Hey guys, welcome to economics. Not exactly the way that we thought this would be, but I'm Mr. Tatkenhorst, and I'll be your economics teacher for this try. Thought I would just go through a couple of things here to get started on the first day. One, you can kind of see my screen here, and this is the economics period four Google Classroom. This is the stream. I'm thinking that it's going to be easiest for you guys if you click on classwork here, and then you can see our week, and I'll have each of the weeks listed with assignments posted for each day with the date. The week zero resources, I put some stuff in there already. Some of you guys have already logged in and seen that. They have the student resources. If you're looking for information on food, or if you're looking at internet, there's some free internet providers out there. Mental health, just different resources that if anyone needs them, please feel free to click on that and find those. I created a Try3 economics calendar, which is definitely like a draft. I don't know how close it'll be to the real thing, but it kind of helps me think about how I want to set up the class. And if you guys want to click on it at some point, you can too. But you can kind of see that shows you exactly what you need to do for that attendance period for my class and what activity uh, we'll be doing for that day. But I'll probably change this as I get better at this online stuff and figure out how to do it. But right now, that's kind of my roadmap per class. Um, if you haven't yet, please sign up for the remind text. Actually, I'll pull up a document here. If you're in my second hour econ class, you have the remind text 3F9E 4DK, and you can text it to 810 and 10. And then fourth hour, you can see yours there too. So if you want to take a picture of that and sign up for remind, you're going to actually use that later on as your attendance piece for today. So make sure you sign up for Remind because I'm going to have you send me a text after this video. Also, let's see, that's kind of the resources there. I'll kind of walk through this sheet here um, and I'll kind of read through it. It's kind of the syllabus for the class. And kind of like I said, not exactly the way we thought we were going to be doing this. But my goal is to connect with all you the best I can using various technologies, or we can even use old-fashioned email. But the remind text will be great. We should use that. You can just simply send me a response, and I can reply back to it too individually. So it's kind of nice. I will provide learning opportunities for each of the economic concepts. Each lesson is about 20 to 30 minutes, is what you can kind of expect from me. I realize that, as a senior, probably taking economics is not your first priority. But now more than ever, as you can see in our society, it's important to learn about economics and the decisions and choices that we're making as individuals and as the government and what they're making. And then what are those trade offs? So, uh, definitely important to weigh the costs and benefits of each of our choices and decisions that we're making. I'm not going to waste your time. The assignments will be focused and timely, and then I'll give you prompt feedback on each of them. So I'm not trying to give you busy work. I've really tried to focus in on what we need to learn and kind of the essentials of learning an economics class. My favorite thing about teaching is you guys. So this is kind of weird for me. I usually tell bad jokes, and then you guys are stuck there listening to them. But this is going to be fine this way. It might be a little bit more challenging, but I plan to get to knowing you in different ways through some of these technology tools. As far as the class format, you're kind of doing one right now where you're watching a video. So I actually flipped my classroom a long time ago. So I have some lectures already online for some of the economic concepts. And then we'll be using Edpuzzle to view most of those videos. And in Edpuzzle, I can ask questions or I could do like a voiceover if we're watching a crash course and I want to pause it and say something about it. I can do that. And then there's just like free response questions or multiple choice questions that you can answer. Sometimes that'll just be our daily attendance is to watch a couple of clips, answer some questions, and be done. I might have you do a traditional Google Doc or maybe edit a slide or do a Google form. Um, We're going to do some finance modules, but I'll talk about that more in week 3. And we'll see how far we get if we use something with Flipgrid or Newsela, just fancy tools out there, I guess, that we can use, and we'll see if we use them or not. For attendance, it's expected you log in at least once a day. There'll be a daily activity by 9 a.m., and your response to the activity is the attendance. I will try to post assignments for the entire week, so it'll be possible to complete several assignments on the same day if you want. As long as I have a response from you on that daily assignment, you'll be marked present for that period. You can log in anytime during the day that fits your schedule. You have till 11:59 p.m. to answer the daily prompt to be marked present for that day. If there's 2 or 3 days where you are not answering any of the prompts, then that will be communication to your attendance secretary and to your admin, maybe myself. So we'll kind of see how that process all works. But there is a process for that, so make sure you are doing the work that's being assigned. For office hours, we go Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 11, and Monday through Friday is 1 to 3. We meet with our teams 9 to 11 on Mondays, so that's why that's not on there. But we could hang out virtually if you want. So I've done a lot of Google Hangouts, more than I have in my entire life in the last week. I just had 3 today, so I'm getting pretty used to them, and eventually we can do that too as a class or individually. However, if you ever have any questions, things like that. And using the remind text there would be a great way to just set up a meeting. And then grading. At this time, completing the tasks assigned will lead to success in this class. Again, I'm trying to give you some good assignments, things that will kind of narrow in on the essentials that you need to know. And if you do those pieces, you're going to be fine in class, and you'll do a nice job, I'm sure. So that's kind of the format and the syllabus and using Google Classroom. The prompt for you today that I would like you to text me back in the Remind app, and this would be for your attendance, would be to tell me 2 things that have been positive or good throughout this experience here of being on the quarantine side of things. So 2 things that are positive. It's really easy to dwell on some of the negative things being stuck inside, but what are 2 things that have been positive for you or that you've learned in these 2 weeks? So if you could text me that, that would be great. That's your assignment for today. Tomorrow I'll have another, probably a short video introducing the lesson, and then if you want to, you could get ahead and watch some of those videos already. They're posted there using Edpuzzle. If you want to get ahead, you can do that. That's up to you. Otherwise, you can do them tomorrow. Thanks. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.